Thank you for tuning in to episode 4 of Rhadamant Plays Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. Let's get started. That's going to look like this. And yes, straight pipes and cables can cross one another as a convenience. All right, there it is. So now I can turn this bad boy on, stick in a waste tank, and if I am analyzing, as you can see, the moles here, let's try to remember 852 kilomoles, because as I empty out these tanks, you should see it climb. Yep, 872 kilomoles. What I did there is I suck out all the gas that are in these waste tanks. It goes through the filter, it pulls out all this O2 and sends it to this storage tank here, and also my pipe here. And here, as you can see, this is the this is the capacity bar or whatever. So I am now recycling my waste tanks. So this waste tank can also be filtered through. And you'll see it, the moles of oxygen. It's pure oxygen. It's not polluted at all. Oh, I should be switching the light. It's pure oxygen, and it's repressurizing. So I'm basically recycling my waste tanks, which is great. And these two waste tanks are now emptied, so I can use them. I can turn off this filter. And yeah, now we have oxygen filtration, and I don't need to keep making and reprinting waste tanks, which is really, really useful. All right, let's print some more cables, because I'm going to want to hook up my solar power panels before I'm going to be locked inside due to the temperature. I also need iron. Is my iron? Where's my iron? Here it is. Do I have iron frames? No. Well, let's see how many iron frames I'm going to need. Let's get up here. I'm gonna need at least 3 more iron frames. And iron sheets too. I want to do this as fast as I can because I don't want daylight. Iron sheet. That should be good. Weld it. Weld it. All right. Stick the new panels down. I'm almost certainly gonna need more cables than this. Racing the sun here. So the batch writer that I had set up tells every single solar power panel on the network to angle at the angle. As you can see, some of them are just not oriented correctly. So let me quickly orient them while I print up some cables. Racing the sun, da-na-na-na. Cab, done. All right, so let me get my wrench. And this needs to be rotated 90, 90, or negative 90, I should say. Negative 90. Negative 90. So now they're all facing sunrise. Cool. And let's get them plugged in. And I'll need glass, yeah. This glitch is reminding me. So let me stick glass in my backpack. Ah, God, sun's coming up. Quick, 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 quick. Quickly. Yeah. I don't care if I'm thirsty. Ah! Go away, son. All right, then. Glass, 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 glass. Done. Ah! I hit my jetpack right as I was about to go kersplat. Crowbar, crowbar, crowbar. And inside. Touchdown! Yeah! You can't mess with me now, game. Let me put my stuff away. I was in hard panic mode there, but all right. So now, what am I doing? Water. Speed demon. Yeah, I know. All right. So solid means it's charged. So this battery is about a fifth charged. Oh, this is my atmospheric analyzer. Oh, interestingly enough, there is a micro O2 in the atmosphere here because of the smelting I've been doing. Not that that matters. So let's put the network analyzer in. As you can see here, we are generating 2.8 kilowatts of power. Yeah, man. And we have 1.5 megawatts at our disposal. Uh-oh. And I have a critical problem. See that backup battery that was supposed to be charged up there? It has died. What's happening is this kit battery is demanding all the power from that backup battery because of the way I wired it. I wired it up hastily, knowing that I didn't want to run a cable all the way up there. I'm going to have to fix this tomorrow night. So what I can do is I can actually shut down this kit battery. Uh-oh. Now my suit's low too. I can shut down the kit battery to allow the backup battery that powers up my my solar panels, and that will allow the backup battery up there to charge. But what I need to do is I need that backup battery to draw power from this kit instead of separately from the solar panels. So they're not competing with one another, but they're supplementing one another. But I haven't done that yet. Because to do that, I would need to run this cable all the way back up to the tower. So to make a run down and up, which is fine. I'm going to be doing it eventually. So I'll stick the cable out like that so I know to know where it ends. And let me print up a whole bunch of cables. You like the Leaning Tower of cables? Me too, man. This song is called Interstellar Mood. Well, it was. I'm gonna play that one over again. Hey, Jacking Chan. How have I been? I've been pretty good. You know what I need? Because there's kind of nothing. Oh, the backup battery is almost full. So let me turn the kit battery charging on now. And I'm going to grab myself a beer because there's nothing else for me to do in this noonday sun. So I'll give you over to Lord Yoda. And I'll grab myself a beer. Yoda, what are you doing? All right, let's reanalyze the network here. 3.27 kilowatts. Swanky. Now, if I wanted to look up stuff, but I don't really want to print that, but the wiki, you can always look up stuff. So like a regular cable coil. A regular cable coil has a max out of 5 kilowatts. So if I generated more than 5 kilowatts from my solar power panels, I would blow out the network and it would fry. So I have to be careful not to do that. As you can imagine, that's not something you want to do. At this point, I would say I could leave it up to you guys on what I work on next. So I'm going to unlock the submit a stream goal. If I was to give direction, I would say working on renewable oxygen would be good, which would mean something like getting plants planted. Just a thought. The first thing I want to do is run this power back up so I have a good fix so that my solar power panels don't go dead. AC and greenhouse are just like really, really good goals. So there we got greenhouse submitted as a goal from Glitch. Now that I have crazy amounts of power generation, I can leave my my airlock doors on open and close. You know, they're powered now. There's no need to you know, sip power anymore. But I will fix up the cables because these cables are nonsense. Here, let me put that whole real coil away. How do you play in these temps? I would have to air conditioning. I would have to air condition my base, and I'm actually not certain how to do that. Maybe there's some experts in the chat. I think what I would have to do is set up wall coolers and put the wall cooler coolant in them, drawing X. Ooh, look, hey, we're up to 2 bars. I don't really need the dedicated airlock APC anymore, just because we have this giant kit battery, and I could put it in though. Where did I put the APC? Oh, no, because we have the APC up here. So for me to make another APC, we would need solder, and I would need to smelt some solder, because APCs require solder, and I don't have solder right now. So if I look at area power controller, what is it? Power controller? One of the ingredients is 3 grams of solder. Solder is actually ridiculously easy to make, but I just don't have it on hand right now. Yeah, you can make potatoes, pumpkins, soybeans, ferns. There's a lot to plant. I need to buy the seeds. So there's a bunch of different things I need to do. which would be setting up trading so I could buy seeds. I would need to set up air conditioning so I could cool down a base. I would need to set up atmospherics, because it's actually going to be really, really, really easy to pressurize this base for plants, because the atmosphere is nitrogen and carbon dioxide. So all I would need to do is vacuum out the base, set up a few filters for carbon dioxide and nitrogen, set up tanks to hold them, and then run and fill this base with, like, let's say 80% nitrogen, 20% carbon dioxide, something like that. And then I would want to continually draw gas. How do I have a bug bite? I'm in the winter here. Jesus. I would want to continually pump gas and pull the oxygen out of the base until I thought I had enough oxygen to start pressurizing the base, right? I don't want to, the base, yeah. I don't want to have oxygen floating around the base when I'm at a limited amount of oxygen already. So yeah, it's going to be a little complicated, but it's 1:15 out. We can go outside. Oh, right. I have power now. I can go outside the gentleman way. I like how my furnace is still hot. It's not that hot. It's actually hot enough to make solder right now. I think solder is lead and iron, but I've not found lead yet. Yeah, my furnace is so hot because it was just sitting in the noonday sun. All right, this is going to be ugly, but maybe I can make it not so ugly. Let me think. There, that's not going to be so ugly. So this cable is so that the solar power panels that I have up there can't run out of power, and then as a result not operate. Because if they did run out of power, they would lock up, obviously, and not point towards the sun, and that would be very, very, very bad. So we're just setting up a bunch of redundancies, and I'll explain in just a second those redundancies once this cable's done. So the way this works is, here we go, perfect redundancies. All right, the way this works is the solar power panels generate power. They send the power down this cable. Oh, Jesus. They send the power down this cable here into, this goes straight into the kit battery. As you can see, it goes into the kit battery. This kit battery will store all of the base's power, and then that power comes out of the front here. Some of the battery goes into this APC, and then some of the power goes through this cable out here into this APC. So if this kit battery ran out of power, I would still have this backup battery stuck in here, so that even if the whole damn base is out of power, my solar power panels still operate. My solar power panels still have this large battery's worth of power left over, so that worst case scenario, power is cut to my entire base, I will still have some solar power automation to recover. That's very, very, very important, because you can definitely not pay good enough attention and totally run your base out of power. And if you don't have redundancies like this, then you're just sort of dead in the water, because then all of a sudden your solar power panels stop tracking and you're done for. And that's not good. I'm going to break this down now. I don't really need this anymore, this flat panel. I can stick it in here as a just in case. I'm not entirely sure. It's low key possible that the Martian storms or Venus storms can destroy solar panels. I've seen it happen on Mars, but not here. So I don't know if that's the case. Have a good night, Diamond. Thanks for lurking. So what's been submitted? Just the greenhouse? I'll work on the greenhouse. So the first thing about the greenhouse is I'm going to require a landing pad for trade. So iron wall, iron frame. So I don't have any seeds. Or let me double check, but I don't think I spawned with any seeds. Which means I'm going to need to buy plant seeds. And for a greenhouse, I need air conditioning. I need plant seeds, and I need, trade for the plant seeds. So you can buy stuff, yes. And I'll be showing that actually pretty soon. It's actually, I had a stream of this last week where I played a little bit on Vulcan. And on Vulcan, you don't even start with water, which is brutal because you have like 2 days worth of water. And the only way I was able to survive was to buy water from traders, which is ridiculous, but I mean, it was the only way. All right, so for a landing pad, let me find a 3x3 square that's nice and flat. I can flatten this out myself with my drill. So let's go ahead and do that. Whatever. Okay, so now that I've got that down, let's go over here and grab the landing pad from this box. You do spawn and start with a landing pad, which is nice. Point the landing pad power and data towards the base, and then it says it needs to be welded with no, this is a good song. It needs to be welded with some steel sheets. So let's grab the 2 steel sheets, complete the landing pad, and here's a landing pad. So the landing pad allows would-be traders to land at your base. Next, for trading, what else am I going to need? I'm going to need the computer and communications, and I'm actually going to set my computer and communications indoors. No, I'm going to set it outdoors. Just because it takes up a lot of space. So let me put some more iron down. Do I have any iron sheets? I have 1. It's not much. Yeah, plants have always needed water, but they sip water. They barely use it. It's mostly carbon dioxide. Okay, I don't like the sort of collision here, so I'm going to put my trading facilities over here, and I'll just have to flatten up the territory. Another thing to note is the trading pad is the whole setup costs power, so don't do it before you have like a reasonable amount of power production. or you're going to drain your base of all power and die because your suit will run out of power if you're not producing a bunch. So this project is like comes after power every time. All right, so now we've welded it so I can stand on it. It's not going to be annoying. So the next thing is the computer and the computer chip or board. And I'll put that out there. And then also the satellite dish. And I think we're gonna run out of time because it looks like sun's coming up. And then the vending machine. So the sat dish here. Actually might want to put that up on a... No, I'm not going to put it up on a frame. All right, we'll put the sat dish here. And the computer here. With the board. And let's get inside. The vending machine... The vending machine I'll eventually have, like maybe here or something. I can put that down. Oh, it's backwards. It hasn't warmed up yet, but you can see the sun's coming. Okay, vending machine, and it's sort of just on the ground. Going inside. That should be charging. Oh, it probably is. If you have any questions, it's a little bit calmer now. I'm going to be able to answer them more easily. Let's go to yellow light. Mimic the outside. Let's switch our tanks, our waste tanks, and filter out the oxygen. Got it. It's probably empty. Yep. Cool. Hello, son. I'm trying to think of what I can do indoors that would be useful. I guess what would be useful is working on air conditioning. Which means printing up active vents. Iron, gold, copper. And I'm very, very low on gold. I probably need to go mining. It's not the sexiest thing, but it is the required thing. Build some frames and windows for my greenhouse. Yeah, I could do that. It's gonna be really, really challenging to work on a greenhouse with the sun up, though, because I'm planning on basically just going up a floor. I'm gonna have a stairwell like here going upstairs, and then just build the greenhouse on the roof of where I currently am, and then filling this entire facility. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be expensive to air condition in this whole thing. But filling this entire facility with carbon dioxide and nitrogen. But yeah, I can start printing the parts. It's hard to plan that far ahead. So here I want an active vent. So the purpose of the active vent, I would like to get rid of all of the X that's in the atmosphere. I basically want to vacuum my base empty. Because the X that's in the atmo will kill me, will kill plants. It's bad. It's just bad. Fortunately, I have a little trick up my sleeve. I have this passive vent that leads outside already. So I don't even need to be outside for me to start venting X, or venting, vacuum sealing my base. I can do that right now. Because of this, this passive vent I've set up in the past. But that also means I'm going to need to complete my airlock. because otherwise, every time I open these doors, I'll let a little bit more gas in. So if I turn this inwards and turn it on, as you can see, it is pulling air. This is a network analyzer, but it's pulling air out of the atmosphere. So right now I'm at, over here it will be a little bit more pressurized. I'm at 110 kPa and dropping. Next to the vent, you know, I'm at 94 kPa or whatever. And I'm just basically sucking the air out of the base right now. Because as long as there's X in the air, that X there is like a toxin that's going to kill off my plants. It's going to ruin my efforts to have a greenhouse. So I can't use just like Venus air for a greenhouse because it's toxic. This also means I'm going to need passive vents. So let's get 2 passive vents. You're also going to hear that as the base becomes more vacuum, sound is going to go away. Because as you know, sound doesn't carry in a vacuum. So as I vacuum seal my base, all of the noises are going to be weird and sort of disappear. So this passive vent here is so that when I cycle my airlocks, and I should leave this door open. When I cycle this airlock, and you can actually hear all the air rushing out of this airlock. I think you heard it briefly. All the air that was in this airlock rushed out to then equalize with this room, and it's slowly... what the heck just blew up? Turn off. What is going on? Something exploded. Uh-oh, crud. Not good. I blew a window. I don't know how it blew. There's nowhere safe for me to be. So my waste tank is going to fill up like crazy because I'm being exposed to atmosphere right now. The pressure differential blew the window, yeah. And I'm in noonday. Okay, well, I'll recover that oxygen eventually. That sucks. I thought the windows would be able to handle it. It's probably a difference of iron windows and steel windows. Composite windows and non-composites. I'm trying to look it up right now. The maximum pressure of an iron wall is 150 kPa, and it must be lower for iron wall or the windows, because the window did blow. And then composite walls have a max pressure of 300 kPa. So they're more able to be... Okay, so it's cooler here now. So here's the window that blew out. So I guess what I chiefly need to do is replace all of my windows with better ones, with steel ones, right? Because these iron ones blew up on me. They're obviously not going to serve me well. So my waste tank, I burned through a ton of my oxygen here, as you can see, but I'll be able to recover it from the waste tank because we already have the waste tank recovery set up. So let's do a little remodeling then, huh? Now let me put my tablet away. We are going to be tearing up all of the windows and walls that I made because they aren't pressure ready for the pressure differences of Venus. They like to blow up. But my battery's up to 3/5. Okay, I think that's all the windows. I'll put the glass away for now. And another thing that happened because I, there we go. Another thing that happened because I lost pressure is my suit battery had to work a little overtime. But that's kind of not much of a problem for my suit because I generate so much power. I did hop in my airlock, hoping that that would protect me, but my airlock was just as hot as everything else. Now, windows can't handle as much pressure as like walls. So if all of this, if I did away with the whole using the windows instead of walls, or walls instead of windows, I would have not blown that out. Iron walls, iron walls I don't even think can handle the pressure either. So let's put these away. And now I need to use my angle grinder to grind the walls away. Now, do you guys think I should use an elevator or to use stairs? I don't want to make the base bigger right now because I don't have the resources and I'd need to finish it by daytime, and I just don't have the resources to finish the base expansion by daytime. Stairs unless it has more than 3/4. So the thing with farming is I'm going to probably want iron frames between the floors. Because you can't place things on like it's hard to describe, but basically the frames are how you place things easily. You can't place them like not on frames. I could have like a porthole with a jetpack. Yeah, I could do that. But then I'd have to fine-tune my jetpack to use atmospheric gas. Catapult, strangely enough, is not an option. All right, so I think stairs, right? So kit stairs, 15 iron. I have barely enough iron for that. I'm gonna need to go iron hunting. But I think what's probably more important than even doing this is getting my walls rebuilt. So here's what stairs look like. They go up like this, and I'd probably put my stairwell out like here and then circle back. So I need to put my stairwell somewhere. Oh, I could put it here, I guess. Like that. And then I'd go up, and then I'd go up one more. But for now, I'm not even going to worry about that. For now, I just need to get my walls up. So let's go wall. And we want the kit walls. So the kit walls are made of steel, and they're stronger than the iron walls. So I'm going to be printing up these kit walls and then replacing my my past windows with composite windows instead of iron windows. So composite windows are plastic. Oh, this is not plastic. This is silicone. The plastic and glass, and they hold more pressure. They also look a little nicer. Well, if they're faced inwards. Actually, maybe I face them inwards. Let me fix this. And music. Let's get that going. What do I need? An angle grinder? So I'll show you what they look like faced inwards. They're just a bit prettier. Composite window. They would look like this. Right? Kind of nice, I think. So I think I need 22 of these total. But that amount is actually going to change a little bit because I'm here, stop making that actually. Because I'm changing the way this base is designed a little bit. So I'll still want these for the eventually, but for now, iron frame. I'm gonna need more iron, like, promptly. So let's get that real quick. Or I'm gonna die. I guess I could live in my airlock overnight. Would kind of suck. Hey, look at the debris that got thrown out of my base when I blew a wall. Luckily, iron's quick to melt, quick to smelt, quick to mine. So the iron frames are perfectly airtight for Venus. Just the iron windows are not. Something I had forgotten about. Just a little more here. Hey, thanks for the sub, Hannibal. Cheers, man. So above me, on this floor, I'm actually going to put iron frames. Because you can place things on iron frames in a way that you cannot do them on anything but frames. So it's going to be important for me to print up a bunch of iron frames above me. And then 2 floors up, I'm going to have my hydroponics. This is just a weird requirement of the game. Basically, all the things that I've installed on the walls here, I installed on frames. You can't really install things on windows. Not easily, at least. Technically, you can, but it's way more annoying and not cost efficient. And I need to finish this before daybreak. But I do have some sheets already. So what, 2 more? 1 more? Alright. That also means we're not going to have direct sunlight. But that's because, we need a floor for the farm. Alright, this died. And I'm definitely going to need to make more iron sheets. And I'm going to need to put 2 walls down where I'm going to have a stairwell eventually. Alright, let me make more sheets. So over here, we're going to have just temporary kit walls until I'm ready for these here. So window, window, put these away. Plastic, plastic, put it away. Glass, glass, put it away. And battery's dead again. Small batteries do not do the welder well. Alright, so now I do believe I am... Oh, no, I'm not airtight yet. I don't have stuff on the back here. Plastic. And All right, I do believe I'm airtight now. Well, you know, if my doors were closed. Let's get some water in me. And, yeah. I'm not going to do a pressure test until another time because I don't want to pressure test and potentially rupture with daybreak coming. That sounds bad. I have learned my lesson. Let's switch my suit bat. Let's switch my my waste tanks and filter out the other waste tank. Let's fill up my oxygen tank. So, gotta hold my breath for a second. Oh god, where is the... Oh, you know what? I can't fill up my air tanks this way. So I'm gonna have to create a way to fill up my air tanks. Didn't do that. Alright, well this waste tank's definitely empty. Because yeah, as this is wrenched down, I can't do it. I could unwrench it and set it up though. Alright, here we go. Yet another day. External temperatures are climbing. Oh, this is iron. This roof here is iron. That's very, very, very important for me to note. But I can actually fix that. I can double paint it. So that it could not, in a pressure test, blow out. Or, you know, less likely. It still could if I generate enough pressure. All right, so now it's a double paned window. All right, it's 180. It's almost 200 Celsius out. It's still 122 inside. Let's run this pressure test anyway. But I'm just gonna save. We will see if I can't vacuum. Yeah, I'm glad I noticed that too. So, if I blow out, I will just save scum. But we are pressure testing to make sure that these composite windows... I can't imagine that the composite windows can't handle Venus atmosphere, because if they can't, then there's literally no way I can grow. That's not true. I can then replace the pressure, but it's a lot more complicated than just vacuuming. But I can't now see my beautiful, not yet at least, my beautiful power tower. Maybe I can catch a glimpse. Nope, can't even see a glimpse of it. I can still read all the information though. Like if I go to my network analyzer and then pull this out, I can still see I'm generating 2.8 kilowatts. I just can't see the tower itself. I know it's intact because I can see the power it generates, but... I could double wall, yep. And I'll probably double wall in the long run. Double window everything. It's just I have a limited amount of resources, so there's not... there's, you know, only so much I can currently build without doing a significant amount of mining. So I'm just trying to min-max my resources in a way. So, yeah, we're down to about 27 kPa. That's 100 less than Martian air. And if I do rupture, what I'm going to do is just hop in the airlock and close the door. And unless, of course, this ruptures, but this is actually double paned, so it's less likely to rupture. And I forgot I had beer. Yep. Yep, we're getting down to vacuum here. Yeah. That means it's working. What beer am I drinking? Oh, the regulars in my chat can tell you. I drink pretty much the same thing every time. Guinness, man. Delicious. Uh-oh. Nope, I had a rupture. Double panes are going to be required. Leave session. Exit. So I should have pressure tested during the night, clearly. But that's all right, because I backed up. The other thing I could do is, yeah, what was flying at me? The window frame. The window frame that ruptured flew at me. Because it blew, like, when it blows out in, like, random directions. Alright, so I don't necessarily need double paned, because I don't need this inside of my base to be actually vacuum. What I need to do is I need to filter out the X and put in, but it's easier to vacuum it. I'll just put it that way, right? I think of it this way. I'll draw an analogy because I'm in midday, so I really can't do anything else. Or I'm actually in the morning. Imagine having a shot from a bartender that was 90% vodka and like 10% cranberry juice, right? And you need to have that glass have 10% vodka and 90% ginger ale. I'm just making something up, just so that you can understand, right? It's going to be very, very, very difficult to make that glass 10% vodka and 90% ginger ale without just dumping it out and then starting over again, right? It's so much more tricky to take a little vodka and cranberry out, only take the cranberry out, take only a certain amount of vodka out, and then put the ginger ale back in, right? It's so much easier just to dump it all. And that's why I actually wanted to vacuum seal my base, so that I can start from zero and then decide the gases I put back in, rather than to have to put gases in and take gases out at the same time. I've done it before. It's just far more annoying. It's far more complicated. It's far more annoying. So that's why I'm more likely to work towards vacuum sealing this base, and then just like, you know, putting the gas back in, rather than slowly shifting it towards how I want. Because if you take a look at the Atmo here, ideally, I would want it to mimic Earth, because that's breathable. So I would want it to be roughly 80 moles of nitrogen, 20 moles of oxygen with a little bit of carbon dioxide. That's ideal. I think realistically, I'm going to go something like 75% nitrogen, 20% oxygen, 5% carbon dioxide. But to get there, I obviously need to replace most of the carbon dioxide with nitrogen, and then to add in some O2, which I currently don't even own. So there's that too. Ooh, look! The battery is almost full. I almost have 9 megawatts. I say as if I'm Tesla or something, I don't know. So yeah, I'm still probably going to go to the approach of I'm going to vacuum out the base completely, just so that I can easily replace it. I could surround the base with iron frames and pull vacuum through that, yes. I could live in a cube, but the thing is, if I have a greenhouse, the windows need a clear path to sky. So that would work, it just doesn't work well. Double paned windows would work fine. If I do double paned windows, however, I'm likely to need more steel than I currently have, because currently I have 56 steel, and that's just not going to be enough to double paint everything up. Also, this base is larger than it needs to be, so I could shrink it down considerably, and I actually might shrink it down by putting this stairwell here, right in this spot, and let me work towards that right now, actually. So I'm gonna move the stuff that's in storage here, so I can move this. I want to basically be able to shrink my footprint a little bit, so that a second floor or a third floor really is not going to be so expensive. Want to be a pain? I'm not going to shrink it down so much that I like truly lack space. I'm just going to have it be a little bit more efficiently laid out. That way, I'm not totally bottlenecked. Do I need another stair kit? Yes, I will. And I could print that now. If I could spell stair. That's embarrassing. Another thing, I guess there is Venus storms. So make sure to like have everything nailed down, because if things were sitting outside in the open, that Venus storm that I got hit with would have sent everything flying like crazy. So now the stairs are going to lead up here to a floor above. And I probably want the stairs actually here, so that there will be a landing in this location. Meaning that this whole tile is going to be different. It's going to be, let's do that now. Hit wall. I could have window. That will work. Did I finish Valheim? No, but my teammates in Valheim, Cheese and Zero, are going to play. They're not going to play every day. They're going to play. The next day is Friday, and my schedule for that is at Rhadamant.com/Twitch for the Twitch schedule, and then Rhadamant.com is just my normal schedule. I'm gonna have this wall be on the other side, so I'll pull that up for now. Yeah, Cheese, I was saying that you and I are going to play Valheim on Friday. We have a bit of a schedule for it. So we're definitely not finished with Valheim. We'll be back. Friday, and then the following Monday, and then the following Friday, so on and so forth. Well, the kit battery's almost full. That's really cool. It's 173 out, so I'm almost able to go outside. Got killed by a huge troll. Ouch. Ouch. How's my waste tank? It's filling up, but it's fine. I should probably fill my oxygen tank. So here's the cheap way to do it, which is to unwrench this O2 tank, and then to grab my air tank, put it in my hands, stick it in the filler port, take it out, and then put it back. That's the super cheap way to do it, and then wrench this back down. Probably not the right way, but the inexpensive way, so I'll do the inexpensive way. Okay, we're good to be outside now. So instead of outside, what I'm going to do is just plow through these roof frames. Lights. Oh, these are frames. So kit. Where's the kit walls? Oh, they're right here. So I'm going to do wall type 1. They're more pleasant to walk on. And they also don't require glass. So here's wall type 1. And then the next stairwell is going to be in this location. Let me get rid of my plastic tiles. Oops. That. Thank you all for watching episode 4 of Stationeers, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the information you need. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.